Hello, Floofaland. What about you? But I'm tired. It's almost like I didn't get enough sleep yesterday because of personal decisions. What's the deal with that? Consequences for my actions? No, thank you. Alright. Back to the grind. I do have to actually build myself a house real quick. Can I blast these? Yes. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a water wheel. And set up an automatic washer whatever thing. What am I doing? My base is a tiny bit of a mess because you can tell by my accumulated time that I've been in here for a tiny bit. Go and grab one of these. How are you doing? How is life treating you, Floofaland? Hopefully you're doing alright. Alright. Kinda don't want those in there. And those can stay in there. Steel ingot. Water wheel. I'm a tiny bit tired. I don't know if it's obvious. Always tired. Oh yeah, I've got my super flammable oil here. It's fine. I no longer have my super flammable oil here. Alright, so put you there. Oh yeah, at some point I cheated and gave myself a Connect 4. Looks like it's yellow and white. This mod pack would be a lot of fun to just kind of screw around with in multiplayer. A lot of funny little additions. Alright. Quick, I'm going to want 2 fans, 2 depots. Probably move that a little bit further to the center. Microwave. I need to be productive, so I gotta shift into focus mode. Except I don't have such a thing. Alright. How'd that look? Well, I do believe that is actually the center. Let's go grab some water. No, not water. I need that, but not right now. Ba-ba-ba. There we go. I don't know, I made so many of these. Is my microphone muted? Yeah, I'm not live. Which is to say I am live. Did you pop in to say hello and then bounce? Hello, Pocket Dragon. I might need more than that, actually. I am working on a house, but right now, I need ash. For a thing I'm working on. I meant to be on earlier, but I am so weirdly tired. Actually, my exhaustion makes a lot of sense. But if I acknowledge that my not sleeping has consequences, people will rightfully point out that it was my decision to do that. 8 might be enough. Oh yeah, I can also put this back. How are you doing, Pocket Dragon? Whoops. Whoops again. I mean, that can be covered. Alright is good. I think that's gotta stay open. No, I can cover it. Let's go grab a bucket, which I should have on me. Mostly just tired. Don't have a whole lot else going on. Listen to the chill sounds of... Give me this. Just the chill sounds of, what do I call them? Wind chimes. I also need one of these, just for testing purposes. I will make another one. Come to think of it, I also need my fan. You know what I don't need so many of on me is flintlock pistols. I don't think I need one flintlock pistol, let alone two. Alright. So if I put that there, and a fan there. There we go. Do I have to let it start? Are you sucking or blowing? It's blowing. And if I put one on the other side, is it sucking or blowing? Also blowing. Perfect. Blowing is a good thing in this example. Actually, you know what? One of those can stay there. Ideally, it would be faster, but I don't particularly care. Encased fan. That's pretty cheap. I do need more wood. So much to do. So much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Wrong button. One of these days, I'm going to actually organize my inventory. I mean, probably not, but we can all hope it will happen. Alright. Gonna turn some of these into sticks. Was it 1 wood and 4 sticks, or 4 sticks and 1 wood? I'm already forgetting. Encased fan. EOS, this thing. 1 stick, 4 wood. Alright. Could have sworn I had an andesite casing somewhere, but I'm not surprised that I don't. I'm also going to want to remember how to make a depot. Depot! I keep running past my storage. There we go. Get 3 of this. Also, it's not even andesite, it's ash. Might turn one of you into a fan. It's going to be pretty cramped. This is like just enough space to do what I'm trying to do. Oh, so that's the wrong way. Sweet. If I was the depot, why is it that when I start talking, my throat gets all phlegmy? Depot. Well, just a stone slab. It's pretty cheap. I should be producing stone again. Already had enough on me to make the stone slabs, and then I fucked it up. Wrong button. Give me my sticks. I'm just making some ash bricks, because I feel like it will look decent. These are the ash bricks I'm trying to make more of. And then here's my 2 types of stone, and the only type of wood I have to work with. I think that illwood would look better. Illwood planks. Yeah, I really like the look of illwood, but I don't have access to it. Actually, I should probably delete those, and then go back into survival. I could probably do one of those things that I did where I just throw a bunch of treated wood or something into a fire and then give myself an equal amount of ill wood. Since at that point it's purely for cosmetic purposes. But also there has to be some limit to, actually on reflection, I don't know how I'm going to keep the lava trapped in there. Whoops. How am I going to do that? Pickaxe. There's got to be some way I can just waterlog lava. There's a way to do it in vanilla Minecraft, but vanilla Minecraft this is not. Cover these, probably make more of my bamboo whatchamacallums. There we go. That should be more than enough. Fuck. If I put that there, can I still put the depot down? Maybe. I am... Yes. Will it still blow is the question. It might look silly, but it might only blow if I drop that down. I don't know, we'll test it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to work. Bum 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 bum. I need a new keyboard. Some of my keys just decide to stick for no reason. I guess I could just try cleaning this one. But I only eat at my computer all the time. I'm not entirely sure what could possibly be sticking. Well, only one way to find out if that works. And I'm skeptical that the lava is not going to catch fire. Trap door. Iron bar trap door. I could make a couple of those. If I do, I would want to make them for the water as well. Just so that it matches. When did I put bamboo trapdoors in one of these? Alright, I need my lava. Actually, I probably just need to make another lava source. But we'll call that a later problem. For now, let's make a couple of these fence trapdoors. Yeah, 3 is enough for what I'm doing. What is this I just made and why did I do it? Bar panel. Don't get me wrong, it's neat. I didn't mean to make that. There we go, a couple more of these. Of course I didn't even bother testing to see if it works. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. Yeah, I can't seem to move them by hand, which is what I was hoping to be able to do. Where's my pickaxe? Oh, I've got it here. I'll no doubt find a use for these. Do you think a sheet metal door would work by hand? I might just have to use the bamboo and just hope nothing goes wrong. Especially since I've already got the bamboo. Alright. I could probably test some of this stuff in creative mode first so that I don't look like an idiot on stream, but that would be hiding my true nature. And sometimes I think that if you're dumb as shit, you just have to kind of embrace that. Ow. Who would have thought that was a not safe place to stand? There we go. I guess I also could have tested the water side first to see if that even does anything. Let's go ahead and grab some sand. Are you sand or snad? You are sand. This is a lot of work just for some bricks. Actually, it looks like it's working even with the trapdoor up, which would be convenient. More convenient if I could get the freaking other ones to work. Well, watch it. I also want to see if that side catches fire. Logically, it's going to. Yeah, totally works. Even with the trapdoors up. Alright, let's go ahead and put these away and then go start committing arson. Which is what I need to do to get more ash. Quiet day in chat. I'm just gonna make a bunch of these for burning. I could also just burn down the bookshelves that are already in the nether, I suppose. And boom. I'm also going to turn these into these, and then just start burning them indiscriminately. You know how it is. What if my thing's caught fire yet? This is what it's all about. I'm just creating large grids of bamboo planks. I should have just burnt down all the books. It's not like I'm ever going to collect that many bookshelves. Meanwhile, I could be getting large amounts of free ash. Alternatively, it would be cool if I could just throw the planks, whoops, into the bulk smelter and get ash that way, but nope. Game demands that I actually work for it. A lot of odd sounds here in the back rooms. Do I want to be careful burning stuff down this close to my thing? Probably. Probably want to be careful. I'll just babysit it. Oi. Are you up to anything fun, Pocket Dragon? Assuming I've not already lost you. Come on. I'm careful as ever. Which is just not very careful. Alright. I'm playing a different Minecraft pack. Now, if you were playing this one and then got bored with it, you would not be the first to do so. Ow. Who put that fire there? In front of me. Prominence 2 RPG. And some of these mods would be more fun in a vacuum. Like, without the challenge of the back room... Ow. I'm gonna die. Of death. Did my corpse fall on the trampoline? My corpse better not be over there having fun without me. Hello, Opal. Yeah, I'm getting pretty laughably small amounts of... Oh, I think the EXP was on the trampoline. Couldn't get my items back. Now back to very carefully collecting ash. Put off by all the clicking. That is fair. I think an auto clicker would be pretty handy for a lot of the early game. And some of the late game. Yeah, this is pretty close to my storage drawer. Oh, I should move it. It burns better if it's spread apart. Fire only spreads how you want it to sometimes. Are you going to actually turn into ash or just sit there on fire? Come on, buddy. I do need a couple sticks. I'm collecting ash so that I can make some ash bricks. I gotta work on the house. Yoink. I don't know if that's actually going to burn down. I think it's just gonna sit there on fire. Oh, it is spreading. Good, good. And it stops. Doo-doo. Yeah, well, I've got infinite amounts of wood there. Let me fix one of my transparent windows so that I can actually read more of chat. Well, I guess I can just move this one up a tiny bit. It's being blocked off in a way it wasn't when I made the window transparent. Move you up slightly, there we go. A good way to get ash, better than what I'm doing anyway, is to just start burning down book piles in the nether. A lot to burn. But every time I go into the nether I get distracted and then I get lost. So I was trying to avoid doing that. Gotta collect all this ash. Make some bricks. For the past 20 minutes, it took me like half an hour to set up a bulk washing and blasting station. It's probably on fire right now. We'll be checking shortly. Actually, I might as well go now. Throw in this full stack of bricks. Or ash. How do you get bamboo? No, you need to use this thing over here to create bamboo. This one. It requires glue and stuff, I believe. It's like a later thing. Yeah, it needs glue and a rune of earth. Everything else is pretty easy to get. But bamboo, fortunately... Yep, you're on fire. As long as it doesn't actually spread, I suppose, it's fine. It's fine. Don't look at it. It's fine. There's gotta be a better way to do that. But if there is, I'm not gonna find it. On reflection, I don't think I need 3 wooden shovels for this project. Do you think you could make theremin dance music? Like, the theremin is a lovely instrument. Music disc in my inventory? Yes. Oh, the music disc. It's a quest reward. A couple quests give out music discs. Right? But I mean, like, not even just dance music with a theremin. I mean like an all theremin dance song. I mean, I've still got a jukebox, so we can put that in there. My jukebox is eventually going to be melted down for diamonds. This doesn't sound like This doesn't sound like dancing music. Doesn't even have enough theremin in it. I don't know what this dance music could possibly be. Are you burning my stuff? Hell yeah, ash bricks. It's gonna get those on there. How am I going to fireproof my washing station? Or not my washing station. The washing side is not the issue. Well, it's the side with the lava that seems to be trying to spread all the fire. I mean, I'm burning things on purpose, but that's for a different reason. Fight fire with more fire. The only thing that can defeat napalm is a Molotov cocktail. Is this music getting louder? I'm not entirely sure how many of these bricks I'm going to need. Probably a lot. I haven't even considered how I'm going to set up the house yet. I think I can still hear the disc I put in there from here. I do have a new weapon. 3, actually. But 2 of them are the same weapon. I've got a slow to reload musket. And then 2 flintlock pistols. Liminal space musket. Well, if it's in space, why is it American? And there goes one of my 2 or 3 shovels. I'm getting a decent amount of ash, but we're going to have to expand a little bit and start burning shit down in hell. Stop trying to spread fire. Alright, real quick. Are you the kind of thing that I get 4 bricks? No, I get a single brick. So yeah, we're going to have to expand a little bit and start burning things down in the nether. Whoa there, lag spike. That's another reason I try not to come to the nether too often. The starting soon screen never stays up for too long. It only stays up until I've got all of my links posted. Put that back. And then set it on fire. Look at it go. Shut up, Moai. Always judging me when I'm trying to burn shit down. Yep, that's Floofaland. I told everybody who made the Mallow Milk script when I first started to play with it. Red carpet. Oh yeah, so I've got a tiny bit of this stuff that you grind down to make iron. All three of these barrels were full. I ground those ones down. Hello, Scrimblo Bimblo. Long time no see. I'm just kind of burning down a library in hell, as one does. I will not be installing a script that makes Mallow meow when milked. Damn it, there goes my shovel. Got another one. We'll just have the most cursed degenerate furry backrooms mod server ever. Damn it. The fire burnt my ash. I don't even know how that happens. Stop grabbing books and light the bookshelf on fire. There we go. I'm a natural disaster. I'm positive. I don't know if it would be more or less cursed if we did make a script that made Mallow bark every now and then, because as it is, they are really quiet. Like, Mallow makes no sound whatsoever. I also can't even give Mallow a musket. What is the good of having, like, a dog-woman companion if you don't, or can't give them a weapon? The right to bear arms. Whoop. Light it on fire. I'm so impatient waiting for some of these fires to die down that I'm just starting different fires. Can I make soul sand using my soul fire wand, do you think? If I can, I think it would like soul fire braziers. I'm sorry, it's braziers. Braziers are something else. It's more fun to say than brazier, though. Anyway, I think I want soul fire braziers in my house, which I will have someday. Come on, burn faster. Ooh, that's a good pocket of ash right here. Those singing statues are odd. Ow. I guess they are just another source of strange noises. Ow. Here. In the back rooms. Come on, fires, burn out so I can collect the ash. I got shit to do. Maybe. Probably, hopefully, maybe working on my house. I even plan on using like a clutch so that I can stop the kegs from automatically filling with water if I'm trying to make stuff like jerky. Why would we want Mallow to meow, though? Mallow's design is more wolf-like. Regardless of what sound Mallow ends up making, their being anthropomorphic and milkable will always make it weird. Just set it up to where you can milk other players, and a volley players lay eggs. Infinite food in the back rooms. It's like, hey, do you want an omelet? It's like, where'd you get the stuff to make it? It's like, do you really want to know, or do you want the omelet? Although I believe that canonically a volley have like soft shell eggs like snakes. I don't know if you could make an omelet out of that. At the very least, you wouldn't crack the egg. Come on, get up there. That's a lot of ash. Probably safely go back now. I don't even know what kind of design I want for this house I'm working on. Just that it's going to be very muted. Alright. Cause any fires in my absence? I know it wants to. Oh yeah, let's test my theory. Just grab some sand. Throw it on the ground. I meant all of it. Darn it. I was hoping I could use this to make soul sand. I don't even think having access to soul sand would be overpowered. Alright, what was right here? I think that was my ammo. Oh, you're done? Hell yeah. Oh, I think I put away my ash, too. I guess it makes sense that I would already have had some from a previous adventure, but now I have to find that shit in my super organized storage unit. Here we go. Gotta keep frying up the ash. I should probably make drawers. You can pick up a drawer that's got stuff in it, right? If I make drawers, it'll make it easier to move all of my blackstone and deep slate. Ash bricks. Yeah, let me just melt my whatchamacallit. Whoop. Alright. So I will be making drawers. I do have to decide whether I want to just use the treated wood, or do that thing where I make a bunch of treated wood and then just sacrifice it to the volcano gods in exchange for an equal amount of illwood. Because the illwood looks nicer. I gotta find like a good fantasy sci-fi mod pack that does not include the back rooms, so that one of these days I can actually play with more of these mods that I find pretty interesting. Alright, that's probably not nearly enough ash, but it's enough to start. This being said, my flint and steel is almost broken. Whoop. And sci-fi would be a lot more appropriate for a volley, but I prefer the fantasy magic stuff. Alright. I'm also starving. I don't suppose anybody knows what I did with my whatchamacallums. The soul magic shit. Because I would like to summon some sheep. Make some shepherd's pie. Lost spaceships and planets. That would be cool if it had necromancy. Why is there a stick in here? Hello, Vicar. Welcome to the chat. We got Pocket Dragon on YouTube if you would also like to pop in and say hello. I could also just pass on your hello, but I need all the engagement I can get. Just farm that engagement. Alright. How many? I think just 3. That'll do for now. Let's go ahead and put this stuff away. And Pocket Dragon says, "Hoi, Vicar." Alright. One, two, three. One of you contain this laughably small amount of ash brick. This one's going to contain my black stone. At least as much of it as I can fit in there. Which I think is only like... oh, it's 32 stacks. I for some reason thought it was 8, but I think that's true of the smaller shelves, or the smaller drawers. Will this fit in there? Yes, feck yeah. And then this one's going to contain my deep slate, which apparently there's still some in there. What I want is like a better lumber type. Of the lumber type I've got access to, treated wood is like the nicest looking one. Administrative stuff. Have fun with that. Sounds kind of boring. Like nerd shit. Can I just... yeah, there we go. Save myself some time to take that out. Alright. Know what I was trying to do. Just hit it from the side. Yep. It retains its contents. It's good to know. Makes moving it a lot easier. I do kind of want to fill one with treated wood. And then decide whether I want to just use... welcome back, Opa. Whether I want to just use the treated wood, because that's more true to the backrooms experience, or if I want to destroy a certain amount of treated wood and trade it for illwood, which looks way better in my opinion. Although if I'm going to use furniture that I find around in the backrooms, a lot of it's going to look not that great. Alright. Oh, sweet. Eggs. Did that egg despawn right before I picked it up? Looks like it. Funny stuff. There we go. At least I got that one. And if I'm going to start making mead, I'm going to want to expand my beekeeping operation. Although I don't know I would want to make mead when I could make vodka. I don't suppose this is where my magic shit is. No. And that being said, between streams, I did set this up. So currently it's on. If I flip this, it turns off and allows the husks to start spawning again. But I also set it up to where they can't come back up here once they've fallen. So, more safe farming. That being said, I can't leave you alive. Wow, way to miss me. I don't understand how that one missed. Alright, you get to live, because it seems like I left my ammo in my drawers. Ow. Red Dead Volley. I was hoping that the flintlock pistols would actually reload faster, but they seem to reload at the same speed as the musket. So you might as well just have multiple muskets, since they hit harder. Now that being said, the thing I was looking for is not down here. Did I not pick him up after I killed the blazes? It's possible. Let's go ahead and grab some more of my iron. Need me some sticks. You know what I could try to do is figure out how to make a, Are Paxels a thing? No. But there are medics. There we go. But that's just a axe and a hoe. Much to figure out. I'd also like to automate a farm at some point. That's why I've been making so much rich soil. so that I can get around to that. Alright, did I leave my stuff over here? I did. I'm just gonna take these with me. I don't suppose summoning 101 is... Nope, not in my pocket. So much stuff to do. Anyway, the reason I want sheep, other than wool... next Voices of the Void stream will probably be soon. I don't know when they're planning on making an update. I really got to get those Avali files I found ages ago to Vicar, so that they can make them into printable models in Voices of the Void. Anyway, helps if I can type. Yeah, so shepherd's pie is something you can make, and a food I actually really like in real life. And it'll give me something to do with all those bottles of milk we got from Mallow. That, and they provide wool. But yeah, I'm gonna get a big update of Voices of the Void sooner than later. I've heard September, and then I heard people say, like, a month and a half or so, which is not September. But we'll see. Oh yeah, I didn't do what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and throw these eggs on the ground and see if I can't get at least one more chicken. I think they're probably going to despawn before they hit the ground. Nope. Can I have this? No eggs. Or no chickens. Right, go ahead and set this up for when I am ready to summon sheep. So yeah, I would like to use the space over here for like a big inn-like establishment. So suppose for now, I can just get like the basics of a floor down. Don't know what I'm doing, other than struggling. Do I want a brick floor, or do I want a smooth floor? That's not that smooth. Alternatively, the bricks look like this. Get that out of there. I don't know, I feel like the bricks have more of a dimension to them. But I also plan on making it a checkerboard pattern with the deep slate. So it's just like a black and dark gray floor. I think I'll use the bricks. All right. Bricks, bricks, bricks. It's fun. I don't want to live in just like a big rectangle though. So I'll try making like a medium, small-ish square first. Didn't think this through. Let's go make a chest real quick. I do have some 2x2 drawers left. I'm not going to admit to how many 2x2 drawers I had originally made. I could probably use cardboard to plan out the shape of my house a tiny bit better. But I'm going to put the kitchen around here. Alright, so we now have the ability to have, oh, those aren't bricks yet. Mallow can now bark. Which is its own flavor of cursed. It's probably a tiny bit less cursed than meowing. He won't, but if the original developer of the Mallow mod ever found out the weird scripts we're making, I don't know if he would be amused or, horrified. Let's see here. What is Rust? Oh, the survival game. Just over here trying to figure out what people are talking about. Oh, not the survival game. Do you have any experience with XML? All of my homies use XML. I am mostly joking. The good old days of Amnesia custom stories. Whoops. There'd probably be no harm in just pushing the house all the way up against the back of the wall. What is YML? Your mum's liver? What a weird programming language. Or whatever the hell. It's going to be just like Vintage Story, where I start out in a brick, and I'm like, don't worry, it won't be a brick forever. I plan on expanding it. And then I never do. Chicken, buddy. Go away. I'm just trying to build a checkerboard floor for my kitchen. Obviously, my entire house isn't going to be a kitchen. Although, actually, with how short my Avali is, I'd want to be building these a block up on half slabs. No, but I suppose it doesn't hurt to map it out first. Not much to map out. It's just a big-ass cube for now. But that's just the kitchen portion. Maybe. YAML? I don't understand. I do need a Figura version of my Avali skin. Because if Figura does seem to be more popular. Problem is that my Avali model is just using the cyan Avali that most people use. Obviously recolored it and whatnot. I even gave it a little custom tail. By which I mean I took the skull. Oh, what button did I just push? F. F is how you do that. I will forget by the time I'm actually trying to do it again. But that is useful information. Base model. I'll see what I can get you. Did you just use channel points to highlight your text? I actually don't have it set up to where if somebody did renew the posture check, I don't know if I could actually see that they did that. You pinged me? Alright, that makes more sense. Hopefully if somebody does renew points to highlight message my activity thing. Oh, there we go, I can see posture check. I am slouching, but not by a whole lot. And also not even in the direction you would think. Alright. Here we go, a big square. Let's go ahead and grab more dirt. Real fast. Hello, shark! Let's see, good market is not completed. PHP. It's interesting watching tech people just kind of talk about coding. Would you stop setting my shit on fire? Ow, rude. Would you stop setting my me on fire? Alright, why did I come here? I need more dirt, and I should probably grab a bunch of treated wood. Alright, good amount of dirt. This thing is indefinite, so it should have... Am I really not making dirt? What the hell is wrong with me? Probably because I'm stupid. I'm making everything but dirt. Did I sit upright? Fine, I'll sit upright. There you go. I wasn't slouched over, though. I was slouched in the chair. No lumbar support. My spine was against the seat of my chair. Hello there, chickens. Alright, let's go ahead and fill in this space. Doo-doo. Just had an earthquake. Yeah, my microphone is pretty sensitive and it likes to pick up the sound of any movement on my desk. Even sliding my microphone like a third of an inch will be quite a bit louder than my own speaking voice. Makes it difficult for people to hear me. Lightning just struck right next to your house. It'll do that. Whoop. The question is, what kind of windows do I want to use here in the back rooms? Most homes should be insulated in such a way that even if the house itself is struck by lightning, you should be totally fine. Hopefully. I do kind of miss Windows 7, but you know what I miss is Windows XP. Windows XP was good. Alright, that's all the wood I got. Or wood. That's all the, Alright, I wonder if they set it up to where you can't actually get chickens that way. Alright, so I'm thinking, we use this black and gray for the floor. Looks all nice. And then just use this for the walls. Let's go ahead and grab more of this. Alright, what do y'all think? Nah, it's obnoxious. But it's better than bamboo. Alternatively, I could sacrifice that for, I can sacrifice a large amount for this stuff. Which I do think looks nicer. Of course, depending on the glass that I use, it could still end up looking awful. I should probably give myself some treated wood, since I did just break 4 of them. Oh damn, that's not even treated wood planks. It's just treated wood. This doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great either. It does give it more of a shape, though. Give myself the amount of treated wood that I destroyed. I think those are the treated wood that I've got access to. Yes. Let's go ahead and leave creative mode. How do I access those other types of treated wood? Let's see. Treated wood planks. Yeah, how do I make the vertical ones? And do I want to make the vertical ones? That's not the same one I just had. Very different look to it. And why do I just throw those? A bit close in color feel. I'm going to assume the delay on YouTube is just absurd and you're talking about the ill wood. which is an issue. I've got latency set to like super low, but it's not that low on YouTube, unfortunately. Packaged planks, what I was just using. Yes. I could probably use a combination of them just to look different. Alright. I'm going to need a bunch of bamboo for something, and I'm also going to need a bunch of sheep. Yeah, Unity really doesn't like Linux for some reason. There are a couple of games that anti-cheat won't let you play on Linux either. I suppose I should also find out how to summon sheep while I'm in here. If I was smarter, I would figure out how Linux works. Oh, there's my lead ingots. Or some of them, obviously. I've got a ton on my person. Alright, I'll bite. What did I do with Summoning 101? I can just get another copy, but I definitely have one somewhere. Nope, that's books. There we go. Weird place for it, but alright. To summon a sheep. I need grass. Oh yeah, I've checked this before, I believe. Can I just cut grass with the shears to get that? I should also probably grab some copper pipes. Get a water wheel going. I've got the big one there. One moment. On I live. Let's see here. How much andesite? Ash alloy. Got quite a few. Do I have copper pipes over here anywhere? 25? Should be enough. I also need to make some kegs. And some heated what's-its. My goodness, why is my throat being like this? It's all phlegm. A constant issue of mine. Wonder if that's ever actually going to cause more problems, or if it's just burning to get attention from me. No, right. Back in the nether. I'm looking for like tables and chairs and shit. Ooh, a lunch basket. Can I melt down the bell into anything? Would be good to get like a new source of gold. Which is exactly what that's for. I don't want it right now. But we'll put it on the list of things that'll be very handy in the future. Let's go and just put a bunch of stuff in there, just for storage. I need tables and chairs. Here we go. Birch chair. I do wonder how I'm going to make my house look even half decent. Not exactly what you would call good at decorating in games like this or similar. Definitely not good at decorating in Terraria. I don't know how people build things that look so good in Terraria, but it is pretty impressive. Another chair. You kids into a C#. Alright. Whoops. Let me up. I probably only need these 4. Let's go and grab that one. An even 5. I'm going to want to figure out how I'm going to chill some casks in case I decide to make ice cream, but it's not exactly a priority. I just need to get my kitchen somewhat set up. I also need to not get lost in hell. Whoops. I don't need the screenshot saved. I'm trying to press F3. Alright, where am I? Yep. Oh, it's right there. I jumped the gun slightly on feeling lost. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a couple charcoal blocks. We'll cut it out. How you doing, Sniffer buddy? I don't know where they went, but I did make a couple of leads, which would help with my animal sacrifice. What am I doing? Clutch. No, just redstone shaft and andesite. Andesite? Really? Andesite casing. It's also not even andesite, it's ash. Buddy. This is why you can't come with me. You just sound so sad all the time. Which I'm sure isn't your fault. You're the last of your species and all that. What happened to my toolbox? Why is it so dark in color? Alright. What if I can use these trapdoors? Probably not. These ones should work though. And then I need a bunch more wood. I think I might need treated wood actually, which I can make more of. So it's fine. I also need to find out... Oh, well, can't craft in here. I need to find out how to make, ovens or stoves. Or I should probably find out if it's called a stove or if it's called an oven. Alright. Where's my bucket? Buddy. I would like to do multiplayer stuff. Sometimes when I'm over here just trying to figure out how basic things work, I'm like, you know, people would probably rather there was somebody else here being entertaining. Since I'm not. Right, so that does need the planks. And there we go. Come on. Nope. Put you here, and then this. Yep. Heating cask. We've got Opal here meowing. Which is, of course, ever helpful. Emotional support. Meowing. Give me this. What temperature are you on top of the heating cask? Well, it helps if I actually put it on top of the heating cask, I suppose. Is that upside down? I think it's pointing on the ground. Or I guess maybe they could just be upright like that. Well, it is just warm. Anyway, I need a couple more heating casks. Brewing and chewing. Actually, let's go ahead and put that back up there. I guess that is just what they look like. Maybe. Let's put it against a wall and see if I'm losing my mind. Not that. Or if that is what this looks like. Is that what that's always looked like? Maybe that's just what it looks like when it's on top of here. Anyway, where's my rotten flesh? I learned something cool you can make with rotten flesh, which is something that I get a lot of. I'm just coming to here. And there we go. And just so that the suspense doesn't kill anybody. Go and speed it up. Boom! Jerky! Of course, I'm not hungry right now. And this jerky is made out of rotten flesh. So it's of dubious edibility. But it is funny. Comcast, if you cut off my stream... I do wish I could find that thing that makes the other storage mod work. I suppose one of these days I could just do an exploration stream. And the back rooms are such an interesting place, and I'm not doing a whole lot of exploring of them. Onion seeds are not something I care about. Let's go throw those there. Melon seeds. Do care about, but I don't need them on my person. Add the onions to that. What am I missing? Rice. I'm missing rice to get that going. I need to open this space up. I need a bigger inventory. Let's see here. Storage drawer upgrades. Might as well put those in there. Not currently using them. I thought for sure that I made a drawer to hold my cardboard. I guess I didn't. I just put my cardboard on the ground right there. Which is, you know, not making a drawer. I took a, whatchamacallit, a, found or salvaged item, whatever, art class in college for a bit. Did never end up actually making anything, but I started carving like a rubber duck out of styrofoam. You know, just normal stuff to be carving out of styrofoam. Another wart block. How do I get soul sand in this mod? I want soul sand. Oh, I've never used Blender. I do have some experience with AutoCAD. But Vicar probably did mean Blender. Just couldn't stop getting distracted. Sometimes I do wonder what happened to my fourth bucket, and then I remember that it turned into this chest full of milk. Just normal Minecraft issues. Go and grab from here. Yoink. What time is it? It's one thing I don't like about having my hotbar hidden is that I can never see what time it is. Suppose it's probably more important that the viewing experience is better. Oh, one of my housemate's cats is saying hello. Oh, neat! Even though I'm grabbing from this bottom barrel, because I stacked them, it's actually pulling from the one on top. should bring somebody on who actually knows how to build good-looking houses. And just have them build my house for me. And please. I need all the help I can get. Alright. Do I still have my charcoal blocks on me? It helps if I push the right button. I do. Good, good. And my trapdoors. I've got everything I need. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Whoops, you here. Right, 4 more of these. Hero Brian in chat for help. Is Hero Brian in chat? Surely if Hero Brian were here, he would want the back rooms to look a little bit more decent than this. Alright, because I've already forgotten. Since I'm stupid, kegs. Whoops. See, I need to make multiple of them, but I need to search in the singular. Even more treated wood. And then glue and iron. And Pocket Dragon, build my house for me. Alright, now I need 20 of these. Perfect. Glue in the middle. Treated planks there and there. Oh yeah, I forgot these don't stack. Probably should have left them in the crafting bar until I was ready for them. But here we are. Cost me 1 chewy. Like the beef jerky I'm making out of rotten flesh. You can also make dog food in this game. Alright. Okay, those are ready for when I've actually got my kitchen set up. Might as well set these behind them. Oh. If you put this behind them, it makes them super hot. Interesting. But if you put it above it, it's just warm? Or is it the quantity of them that's doing that? What do I need a hot keg for? And everything does seem to just require medium. Actually, some of this requires like room temperature. Alright, so Bloody Marys, which I won't be making, do require it be hot. Same with Withering Dross. Tipsy level 3. Intoxication, blindness, weakness, slowness, and wither. Who would drink this? -4 attack, -15% speed. There is no upside to this. It's just fuck up your shit, the drink. What's that other cheese? Yeah, the other cheese requires it be hot. But that makes sense, because it requires this weird fungus. Which requires that I haunt a red mushroom. But I'm still not entirely sure how to get soul sand. Soul sand requires conjuring catalyst. That just makes more soul sand. I could also send sand through whatever the hell this is. Train casing, heavy engineering block. Strange lens. That's a lot of crafting recipes, but will probably be worth it if I can start haunting things. I love haunting. I also probably still have a sigil of air somewhere, assuming that's one that I made. I might have just made one of earth and water. Let's find out. Air. Of course, all the stairs are going to come up first. Throat's getting all phlegmy. Hazmat helmet. 1 second. Alright. Rune of air. Why does it require carpet? Otherwise, not too hard to make. From the Fog? I think From the Fog was in the Tape 37, or whatever that mod pack was called. Give me this. And this. I'm going to just expand my cobblestone floor. Perfect. Thing of beauty. Banish the tumbleweeds. Fuck off. It wasn't there, so you don't know. You want more spooky things? Well, my issue with Minecraft horror is when shit just jumps out and scares you for no reason. Or not even scares you, it kills you. If I die, I want it to be because I fucked up, not because some entity that has no way to avoid it pops up and kills you. 1 moment. Why am I so fucking phlegmy? There we go. Now it's set up. Go ahead and start pumping some cardboard in here for mana. See, I would even be fine with entities that kill you if there is actually like a clever way to avoid them. And not like, oh, it showed up, so you're just dead now. Nothing you can do about it. Get fucked. And that was my main issue with like the system, whatever. Or tape 32, no, 37. Is that half those entities, like sure there was that one tower, that if like you look at it, it crashes your game. So it's like, alright, I know not to look at it. But then there's that other one that just kind of shows up regardless of where you are, touches you, and then crashes the game. And I'm like, that's not scary, it's bullshit. Boom. The worst part is that it told you if you want to disable game crashing to change the config, and then I wanted to go do that, and there was no config file. Which is probably just an issue with the mod pack. I'm sure that the mod should have had a config file. Stop it. But like, even in Voices of the Void, most things aren't going to kill you. Although some of them do want to. What is wrong with my throat? Alright, let's start making more of this living stone. I do need a feather. I'd rather not kill one of my chickens. However, duty calls. And by duty, I mean I'm really trying to get some soul sand up in here. Do. Hello there, chicken. I'm sorry. I need your feathers. Your sacrifice is not in vain. Soul sand does not exist anywhere in this mod pack. Nope. 1 moment. I can use some weird Botania weirdness, though. to create soul sand out of sand. Honestly, birds do shed feathers sometimes. Like, if they're shedding a lot of feathers, that's a concern. But like, chickens just having a random chance to drop a feather every now and then would not be game-breaking. And if you've already got them trapped in a box... Uh-oh, I think I wandered too far. Alright. Rune of Air. Easy, easy, easy. I'm going to have to find out what I did with my string. Just use a command to give yourself soul sand. Now, I don't want to cheat too much. I don't want to cheat more than is funny. Alright. How much wool do I need for carpet? 2, get it. Nothing wrong with the chicken. Alright. String carpet. Feather. Sugar. Must run. Iron ingot. So much to do. Alright. Actually, before I commit to this, was iron? Yes. Alright. It does not have enough mana, but as soon as it does, I can throw a stone in there. Actually, I do have to find my wand. What did I do with my wand? My weird wand shit. If I was gonna put it here, I would have put it over here. That being said, it's something that I need often. Yep, that's how you get Mana Steel. It's probably been changed for the mod pack. Mod pack makes a lot of things harder, but it also makes some things that were previously not possible. Where is my wand? I could make another one. It's not ideal. Not in there. What the hell did I do with it? I do wish I could, like, search all nearby chests. Here it is. Like, I found that eventually, but I could have found it a lot faster if I just already knew it was there. Just gonna get another pumpkin. Eventually I'll have a kitchen where I will organize my foodstuffs better. Alright, you got enough money yet? It totally do. Throw that up there, and right click. And Sigil of Air. Now I can also make some new stuff. What I'm trying to make is this thing. Mana lens, just glass pane, and 4 mana steel. Pick this up so it doesn't despawn, and then throw it back on the ground. I do think it's funny that I can feed my magic flower cardboard. Is there anything more magical than producing mana from cardboard? Alright, not enough mana in there yet. It's working on it. I don't suppose I can make you faster, can I? Here we go. That is actually working. How's there still not enough mana in here? There we go. That'll make one. I have not watched the Pokemon anime. I grew up playing the Pokemon games. Like, I was playing Pokemon Blue before I could even read. But I've just never been that big on television or cartoons. Actually, you know what? That's fine. Those will pop in my inventory as soon as there's enough mana there. Oh yeah, we used to have like this 200-pound Sony television from the 90s that we moved around with us several times. At one point it just ended up breaking, but kind of like a Nokia phone. Thing was almost indestructible. There we go. I'll let that go ahead and keep producing its mana. Recipe did look like I can use this. I'm pretty sure that that television could kill people. What the hell? What are you? Ooh. Alright, mono lens. This thing. Alright, you are now crafted. Iron, redstone. Automatic reconstructor. My goodness. Into a Clippion. Vika, are you trying to turn everybody into a Clippy again? Alright. Put you over here. Grab you and put you down here. Not where I wanted to put you, buddy. There. Oh, where are my stairs? I was using the stairs for something. I thought I had the stairs over here. Whatever. Got this dirt. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move that fast enough to work. So let's grab these. Last thing I want to do is waste resources. Oh yeah, I moved the other gear shaft thing. I am why I cannot have nice things. Get that out of there. Pick up the thing I actually care about. Gotta make more of those. Bring them over here. Send it up. This would be easier if I had more than 2 brain cells. Bring this over. Flip you over. There we go. Now I need some cogs. Large and small. Don't let me forget I'm putting that in there. Because I will. I will for gore. Okay, I got plenty of bamboo planks. Gonna make 3 small cogs. And 4 large ones. I don't need that many large cogs. I'll make 2 large cogs. There we go. I'm gonna get such a good grade in being stupid. Come on. Climb. Place it. Gonna bring it that way, actually. And place you. Why won't you go the way I want you to? There we go. That should be producing enough speed. Real quick. Am I trying to make bronze or brass? Brass. Which is copper and zinc. Easy peasy. Let's go and put that over there, because that's where that goes. Gotta feed my pet blaze. No reason not to preemptively put these in there. Whoop. Yep, landed where I wanted it to. And there we go. Feed my blaze. Gotta feed the other thing as well. Oh yeah. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to play this darn game. I don't suppose I've got flint anywhere. Aha. I think inventory management is a pretty common issue of mine. I've got that same problem in Vintage Story and Minecraft. It's almost like it's just part of who I am as a person. Why are you not spinning? Oh, because it's not lined up. I mean, my blaze isn't on yet. There we go. Yeah, that's probably fast enough. Oh yeah, we're moving. Pseudonyms for what? How would you describe vicarious embarrassment? And why did I read that as voracious embarrassment? Probably because, my brain is dumb. I just look at a couple of letters and then guess. I do wonder if it's not a form of dyslexia. Do you see all this, Mallow? I suppose. Alright. Let's go ahead and download suspicious things. How often did that say you set Mallow up to bark? Bark every tick equals 0. This isn't going to make Mallow bark every single tick, is it? Alright. Mallow barks. Going to have to scroll up to see what that command is that automatically re-rolls the scripts. Buckets of water. Somewhere around here. Where is it set up where you can where you told me I can just here we go, there's the command. Go ahead and copy it. Every 60 scripts. It does still sound pretty often. But I guess we'll find out. Give me this. I don't know, I could have so many brass ingots in it. It's too many brass ingots. Let's go and give them a storage spot. I don't feel like the brass ingots need a setup like the other one. Take this out. Unless I already did. Seems like I already did. Alright, Mallow. Do you bark now? I guess we'll just have Mallow hang out with us. Anyway, I need a train casing. I also need one of these heavy machinery. I believe the train casing is just any one of these. And you slap a bronze or a brass ingot on it. That is not how you get a train casing. Is it brass or train casing, actually? Because if it's a train casing, it's a little bit more complicated. It is a train casing, which I get from sturdy sheets, steel sheet, lead plate. Alright, so all of this was unnecessary, but I'm going to have to do it eventually, anywho. Alright, thank you, Blaze. Your service is no longer required. Gonna put this brass casing away. I'm wasting everybody's time. Look at him. Looks almost as dejected as Mallow usually looks. Let's go ahead and put the basin over here. Put you up there. Does anybody know where my depot is? I don't think I moved the depot. I was pretty sure I made 2 more. But I'm also not seeing my depot, so maybe I did do something weird with it. Where did I put it, Mallow? I could just temporarily steal one of those. I'll steal this one. Honestly, I don't know why any Pokemon trainer in the Pokemon universe uses a Pokemon other than Ghost type. Objectively, the best Pokemon type. That's not going to work how I want it to. Oh yeah, I've got no storage space for anything. There we go. Set this down. And pick these up. I'm surprised Mallow hasn't tried barking yet. We're just slowly taking a haunted SCP monster and making her puppy girl coated. And that's if you would argue that Mallow is not already puppy girl. Alright, let's go and put these away as well. I don't know why this is funny to me. Let's go ahead and move you back. Actually, I'm going to want one of those gears to move it up 1. Let's go ahead and put my flintlocks away, because I don't need weapons at the moment. I'll put the musket away as well. Eventually, I'll have this train casing made. Just you watch. Oh, I need a second one. There we go. Actually, with you there, I don't need this. Yoink. Put you there. I need to make a second one of those at some point. I definitely like Raichu more than Pikachu. But like I said, I don't think I've used a non-ghost type outside of a joke since whenever X and Y came out is when I started ghost monotyping. Alright. No. It's another issue with being short. I can never tell when I've actually lined up with stuff. Slap you in there. Get this thing on. Alright, we're moving. Let's see here. Train casing. It's made with sturdy sheet. Lead plate. Just smashing lead flat. And then, oh, this is also going to require my blaze. And that's just flashing, or smashing a lead brick flat. Steel. And I should have a ton of lead. There we go. You can see my brain stop working in real time. Alright. I got these made. Come on. I do feel like being so short sometimes does hinder my ability to do things. Alright. There we go. Let's grab my blaze buddy again. Don't worry, you'll be eating the finest cardboard before you know it. Somebody's like, are you milking your dog to make cheese and feeding cardboard to an extraterrestrial monster? And I'm like, listen, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Survival is difficult here in the back rooms. Ethics are like the first thing to go out the window. Where are my watchums? These things. Alright, let's climb up here. Throw you in there. Throw you in there. And feed my pet Blaze. Cardboard, naturally. Its favorite food. Alright. Now that you've gotten to eat, let's move you again. Hello, Terraspark. Ah, you know, just normal stuff. We've modified it so Mallow will bark now at random. Maybe. She's not barked yet. Okay, so I did need to make a brass casing. But I put that on fiberboard. Which I need this resin shit. Which comes from the refinery, which I don't have. Done it. I seem to be jumping the gun slightly on my production of, soul sand. Milking, they are cowies. How do I need a refinery. I suppose if I just followed the quest book, it would probably be telling me how I'm doing what I'm doing. Industrial mixing. In chapter 4. Are you the refinery? Industrial fermenter. This is the refinery. So I need 16 sheet metal, and 5 fluid pipes, 8 steel, 2 light, redstone. I've already got the majority of that, but I don't want to get too sidetracked. Like, don't get me wrong, I need to make that refinery. But right now, I'm trying to do hot girl shit. Well, here I have an idea. These 2 padded blocks that keep taking up space in my inventory. Oh, missed. Missed. Alright, that works. Perfect. Just gonna leave that closed. Go ahead and grab some of my copper pipes. I do need 2 buckets of water. Create an infinite water source. Alright, Mallow. go ahead and check my beef jerky. I don't need the keg, I just need what it's on. Where am I making beef jerky? I guess that's also not beef, it's just rotten flesh. There it is. Whoop. There we go. Ooh, that's a lot of jerky. I'll also take it with me. Snack food. Yeah, I found out you can use rotten flesh, which I have a lot of, from previous adventures, to make some beef jerky. I also need sheep, both for like a animal sacrifice and food. You know, just normal things. I'd give you this. Let's go and move this dirt somewhere it's more likely to actually stay. I'm working on my house, just not doing a very good job of it. Alright, so if I remove you, are you still hot? Yes. If I remove 2 of them, still hot. If I remove 3 of them, interesting. So I think having 1 in the middle should heat up all 5. Let's see here. Presumably there's going to be a wall there, so 1, 2, 3. Some kind of countertop space. Let's go ahead and make my infinite water block. Didn't give myself the materials I need to do so. It's fine. I've got all this stone. Let it go. I'm also going to want this moving. Don't particularly need one this large, although I do plan on speeding it up. Yeah, that's too high. Of course, a lot of this isn't even going to be visible. That being said, I do want more trapdoors. Thankfully, this isn't going to be visible because I'm using bamboo. Which, as we've established, I think is pretty ugly. Fixed the barking script. Alright. Nope. That might work, but it's not where I want it. Ow. This would be so much easier if I wasn't dumb. Alright, there we go. I don't think that's gonna work there. Thankfully I can reach it, though. Come on. Alright, let me re-add that shortly. Still got Mellow hanging out with me. I guess that's the best I'm going to get. No, that won't stay there. Actually, I suppose none of them are connected to anything, so it would probably stay there. If I put you there. Alright, that's where I wanted it anyway. Alright, water. Got some spinach. Which would be a fun thing if I could grow. Fat-fingered the script last second and broke it. I suppose we've all been there. Let's go ahead and get Mallow Barks. 2 electric boogaloo. Oh, I accidentally opened a duplicate desktop. Happens to all of us. I don't remember how to switch desktops. I don't know what y'all can see right now, but it's not what I wanted to do. Alright, get rid of that duplicate desktop. Since that's clearly not what I was trying to do. Open File Explorer. See a frozen Minecraft? Alright. Mallow Barks. Replace it. I accidentally opened up a second desktop, which is something I can do. It's just not a very helpful thing for me to be able to do. Especially if I'm not doing it on purpose. Right, Mallow. Yep, Mallow Barks now. Alright. Go ahead and... Do I have any of my ash casings? I do. Good, good. Treated wood planks. Ah, that is pretty often, but I suppose it does add some noise to the otherwise super quiet back rooms. Uh-oh. Did I put away my copper pipes? Never mind, there they are. Alright, let's go make a second infinite water source over here. Making that first one I made kind of silly and obsolete. This is, of course, all going to be hidden behind stuff. Just gonna hide that as well. Nobody will ever know. Oh yeah, do I have the stuff on me to make a clutch? Probably going to have to go back. I should. Actually, I don't know if I want that this close. I'm going to need it over here. But obviously, I need the space to speed up my whatchamacallit first. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, which would be fine, but I'm live and stupid. I don't have a webcam, thankfully, because I'm ugly as hell, but if I did, you could probably see steam coming from my ears. Just my brain trying to work stuff out in real time. Poorly. Oh. Redstone dust. Do I not have redstone? I must have saw that and thought I had redstone. Alright, I don't even have the resources I need to make the clutch. Also don't need this. Or my wand, scaffolding. Maybe bring the alloy. I do want that, actually. Alright, let's go back. Still technically content, yes. I'm sure that if people were watching a stream to see somebody who's good at the game, those people already figured out that I am not that. What do I have currently set up? That'll kind of work. Give me this. Smack you over here. I need my depot again. Move you back down. Grab my depot. Alright, that lines up. 3 copper. Put you there. Come on, you're moving faster than that. Boom. Redstone. Sweet. Need me a couple of these. You here. You there. Right, that's this thing. Also trying to make... Did I leave my casing over there? I'm not surprised I did that, I just don't know why I would. Let's go ahead and pick this back up. You here, you here. Clutch made. Now what do I need for this? Oh, I guess just ash alloy. Display link. Let's go make a second one of those then. Alright. I don't know what I'm going to use for my keg thing. I just know that I can't forget what I'm doing. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and grab my... Excuse me, Mallow. Get the fuck away from my drawers so I can actually see what I'm doing. Come on, Mallow. Alright. Take all my shafts. Mallow, what did I do with all of my cogs? Never mind. I think I've already got the small ones on me. If I don't know where they would be. Alright. Let's go, Mallow. I might make one more large cog. Let's go. Let's put on a show. Wait, no, that's not where I want to be going. What have you been up to lately, Terra Spark? Chicken, you better not be trying to leave. You live here now. Alright. Let's go ahead and scoop this up. So that's not where I want my infinite water source. I'm going to want a little bit of space so I can speed up, stroke slow down all of my cogs. Actually, I won't be slowing them down, I'll be stopping them completely. And slap that there. This is going to be the receiver, not the sender. Usual grind due to exams. That's totally fair. I would like to continue my education, but I also don't have the time or the money for that. Why does the back rooms have the end of the universe one? I'm not entirely sure. You know what I meant to do was eat food. Forgot though, so it's a good thing I got this jerky. But like the thing is that I really do like learning. American education system is awful. And like a profiteering scam. But education, like, as a whole, I'm still pretty fond of. Like, I like learning. I'm also really dumb, so I gotta constantly relearn things, because I immediately forget them as well. That's gonna put you here. That's pretty slow, so put you there. You here. You probably can't put one there. Mallow. Gonna have to go down, or come up and then go back down. Come on, let me place it. What the hell? Oh, I've got the pipe in my hand. No wonder I can't place the damn thing. Would that explode it? Yes. I mean, it didn't do as much carnage as I thought it was going to, but it did cause damage. You know what I could do? Is I could use a shaft to avoid this kind of shenanigans. Shaft. Large cog. That's not what I wanted. It's fun when you narrate what you're doing, so that you're technically talking, and then you fuck up what you're doing. Right, ideally that would have come back down. But this will work. We can make this work. Bring it forward one more. Put one of you on here. Alright, I don't know what I want to make my counters out of yet. But let's go ahead and just throw something down to get my things piped up. So I can see how quickly it works. Yeah, I never did any homework in school. What's funny though is that I actually used to do homework. Wait a minute, I just thought of something. One of these kegs is going to look so weird compared to the others. I guess I could just stand them all up on their side like that, so that they all look the same. They seem to be stood up on their side like that, regardless of orientation, if you put them on top of the heating cask. So probably better to just keep them all looking like that now. Out of curiosity, though, if I remove the block under them, nope, will they maintain their shape? Deranged edits of Deltarune you've made? I still need to... Would you get off the counter? I still need to play Deltarune. Buddy, get off the counter. You're lucky I don't eat chicken, otherwise you would be begging to be consumed. I do have that one chicken I need to eat, because I did sacrifice it for feathers. But that was like a unique case. Alright, smack you here. Turn you around. Fine, let's play your stupid game. It's going the right way as well. Don't worry, all of this is going to be hidden behind walls. Too far. Mala, how are you so much taller than me? Fucking bullshit. That's just me placing blocks. I probably should pay more attention to what I've got actually in my hand. Alright, there we go. All of them all kegged up. Oh, darn it. This is an issue I ran into in the past. Well, I don't know how I'm going to actually get this to poke into the infinite water source. It's gonna have to come up and then back down. Which I could do, it's just gonna be a little bit silly. Come on. It's a good thing nobody's going to be able to actually see my cogs. Malo, be careful. I'm doing funny stuff. Oh shoot, I can't come back down over this. Fine, I'll come out. Or I would if Malo would get out of there. Alright, nobody look at my cogs. Honestly, who looks at another person's cogs? That's pervert behavior right there. Alright. Infinite water source made. Don't look too closely at it. You will suffer an aneurysm. Like, guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it just has to work. Alright, we got water? Yep, it's making its way over here. How quickly does it fill up? Relatively quickly. If I had more space and was less stupid, we'll probably be fine. Opal, I don't think that that's how you play chess, buddy. Alright. Look how successful this small part of my house is. That being said, I need more ash. And what are you? You're treated wood planks. But I believe you're the special ones. Horizontal, horizontal. What? Whatever, I don't actually care. Vertical planks, and then the packaged ones. This is just a proof of concept. My house is going to look this ugly even once it's done. But I'm just testing things at the moment. Alright. Cobblestone, good. Smack that there. Receiver over here on this middle one. Alright. I guess I'll just use these. Ash on the bottom, treated wood on the top. Yep, it works. If for some reason I want to make something that does not require water, which is not most items, I can just flip them off. Can I use a bucket to get the water out of there if I really don't want it in there? Yes. Sweet. Probably the most technologically advanced thing I've ever done in create mode. That's not true at all, but it's something I now said. Some pot ash. Are there elves in Pokemon? What the hell are you kids talking about? I feel like I've missed so much stuff. I feel like Pokemon could have elves. What would you call Team Plasma? How do I make stove? Helps if I can spell. Bricks, campfire, and iron ingots. It's not gonna look very good with my kitchen. I'll make some stoves because I have to. Let's make 3 stoves. Mallow, where are my things? Where's my brain, Mallow? What did you do with it? Here we go, clay balls. Hello, BoGB. Check it out. The same person that made Mallow milkable also made it to where they bark every now and then. Hey, Flufferland. Is there a way we can make Mallow's barks like lower and more depressed when she's stuck in the sitting position? Since when she's sitting, she looks super fucking depressed. Or maybe just have her, like, sit there and whine. Although that does sound almost perverted, kind of like making her meow. Which we already said no to doing. Well, Mallow is supposed to be like a little horror monster. This version was made by a Gunnar furry, though. Unless that's the part that scares you. What's up, Opal? Mallow, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to make you sit when you're this close to the nether portal, because you will jump through there. Alright, you can go with me again. Right, bunch of bricks made. Alright, I gotta make campfires. Let's just go to the hell. Go to the hell. Go to hell, grab more furniture. And I'll get my charcoal from there. changed. Oh, I know what changed is. And somebody did ask me to livestream changed. And then I googled it, and it's like, it's not strictly NSFW, but it is suggestive. And I'm like, I don't know if I could get away with that. YouTube is pretty strict. Although who knows? Maybe I would be so good at the game that we would never get any of the suggestive scenes. That's unrealistic, because I'm stupid. Oh, lag spike. Oh, I'm standing on a chair, and I was about to say, it's like, alright, I don't need a lot of furniture. Even one chair will do. There it is. And let's head back before I get lost. Wow. Because I do be getting lost. There's one kill animation that's problematic. Alright, if I do stream changed, without spoiling anything, you're going to have to warn me when that kill animation is coming so I can be extra good at the game. Who doesn't want to be warned for streaming weird stuff? I'll just do like a changed celibacy percent speedrun. Alright, now I need a bunch of sticks and bamboo. I've got enough sticks, enough bamboo, and charcoal. Oh, I forgot how to make the stove. Alright, leave the middle spot empty. Boom. 3 stoves get. Probably going to have to put these across from the, Hello, BoGB! Probably going to have to put these across from the brewers so that they don't warm them up. Alright, what's your perfect Spiritfarer? I don't think anybody wants to see me cry. I only know the basic premise of Spiritfarer. Alright, how close can I get these ovens to the kegs without heating them up? Alright, that didn't warm them up too much or at all. It is going to look strange as soon as I get all of my slabs in here. Is changed suggestive or is it cute? I suppose it could be both. Or I'm just too much of a prude for this. Return the slab. Where are my iron cooking pots? I've got a couple. They're probably at the base still. Yeah, they're probably still at the base. I'll do 2 cooking pots and then a frying pan. See, I've never understood the transformation fetish. It's not one that, like, just baffles me. The ones that baffle me are feet, I just don't get it, and vor. I definitely don't get it. I'm going to let people be into what they're into. But, like, what? Oh yeah, cooking pots, that's why I'm here. Cooking pots. That's only 2. I know for sure I've got another one. I could bring this with me. Actually, you know what? I only need 2. I also need an iron frying pan. Probably helps if I spell correctly. Oh. I can't seem to craft a frying pan. I can make a skillet. Alright, skillet seems to be the way to go. So 4 blocks of iron, 1 block of copper. Not blocks, ingots. Whoops, it's too much copper. Alright. Is that not how you make a skillet? I was just looking at it. Skillet? Oh, it's a brick. I guess that makes sense. Copper is pretty conductive. You would not want to use it for like a heat sink. There we go. Skillet get. Hopefully that works. One death animation with the enemy. A low res. I would say that's probably more than suggestive, but as long as it can be avoided. Alright, so can I stand on this and be fine? No. 2 cooking pots and a skillet. Oh. Use your other hand to hold ingredients. Sizzling hot. There's a chance I don't actually understand how the skillet is supposed to work. Blaze stove. Cooking can also be done passive heat. Of course, blah, 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 blah. I suppose that's not actually useful. Skillet. What can I do with you? Campfire cooking. Alright, so the skillet does exactly what I think it does. I can put sharpness on a skillet? That doesn't make sense. Smite and fire aspect. Sharpness 1 through 5. Interesting. Let's see here. I should make like a big table as well, although this is just the kitchen. So storage is probably a bigger concern. What time is it? Damn, it's already 6:12. I've made a lot of and no progress whatsoever. I almost have to make my table or counter out of brick. Although that can just be special. It's going to be hard to make a kitchen look good when I've got all these blocks that I can't change what look like. It'll be easier to make a good looking kitchen in Vintage Story, which I should stream more of. Oh, I actually got a baby chick. I was starting to think I couldn't get chickens that way, but it is good to be proven wrong. What are you doing? You're just... garden? Huh. Can I hear Mallow barking from all the way over there? Surely that's not accurate. That animation was removed. Alright, so I should be totally fine. In theory. I hate how those two are just clipping together. Oh, hey! I was just looking for a third cooking pot, and look what's here on the ground. Welcome back, Vicar. I do gotta stop streaming soon-ish. Let's go eat some sushi. Why do you gotta grab them in order? Sure would be nice to grab sushi that's not just the kelp roll. I know I've now got a bunch of things taking up space in my inventory. Alright, I do need more of this stuff if I'm going to be making an automated farm. But I've got a large amount of it as is. In fact, this really just makes it grow a lot faster. Which, considering I am one small bird, I don't think I need to be growing crops as if I'm trying to feed an entire colony. Oh, interesting. That's not what I was trying to do, but that's what I ended up doing. It will still slowly decompose into rich soil up there. So you know what, that's good enough. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I don't have... Huh. Strange. That probably is a little bit too suggestive for YouTube's. What's this? I sent my buddy a picture of my Avali, and she responded with me. That's not you, it's me. I suppose I can start collecting the stuff I will need for my automated farm, including making another large windmill. Although I need... not windmill. Water wheel. Oh, I'm going to need so much stuff. YouTube is weird about when it will and will not actually enforce its rules. But yeah, I'm thinking of using this plate room for like a large automated farm. Just to set up the mechanics in one corner. And then have like a huge space growing all of the crops. And then the rest of the space just sorting the crops into different drawers. What the hell is this? Expanded modifier. Do not skip leg day. Or did not. How do I make conveyor again? I think it just needs carpet. It also needs me to be able to spell... maybe it's just called belt? I believe it just requires carpet. Tool belt modifier. Oh yeah, here we go. Mechanical belt. Yes, carpet. Oh, or cured glue. I've actually got a bunch of that somewhere. I'm also going to need to make some filters. What are those things called? These. So I'm looking at it. Brass funnels. That's going to be a pain in the ass to craft a couple of those. I guess we could look at what I've got going on with that. So this thing over here, that's just kind of been collecting dust since I've unplugged it. What I need to do is a proper storage facility for the red gunk. So I can get started on that. Just store the red gunk somewhere and get it out of the way. How many of these do I have? 8? That'll do. Is that a cauldron? Yes. That'll probably also be helpful. Nope, I think my housemate might be awake. Ow. That'll work, probably. Oh yeah, I used all my brass pipe doing something really stupid. How do I make more pipe? That's relatively inexpensive. Are you still set up for crushing? Kind of. Kind of set up for crushing. I moved my depot back. I'm just going to have to make more depots. DF. There's no L's. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's just do... I was gonna do 12. Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress seems interesting. I don't know if I have the attention span to learn it. I'm only familiar with the with Dwarf Fortress because of the Seth Zintek review. You want to watch some unhinged game reviews? Well, that's where to go for them. Alright, thank you. Oh, you're playing more of those Roblox Squid Games? Other way around. Yep, pipes. Maybe didn't need to make that many, but I did. Nope, housemate is awake. Should probably stop streaming. It's the reasonable thing to do. On reflection, I should keep that somewhere closer. No. I'm just gonna be as dumb as physically possible. Might as well show off what I'm trying to do, and then I can just do it on my own. Since it's fair to my housemate to stop streaming. Move you there. Go ahead and connect these up. Where are my pipes? This is pretty temporary. It's just for storage. I need another one of these little dudes. 2 of them, really. Might rehook you up. Perfect. Bring this guy over here. Would help if you're oriented correctly. Eat my kelp rice roll. How much cardboard is still in there? 36. No, for some reason, folded cardboard is genuinely just the best thing I can possibly be burning for these. I don't know why. Alright. Get the water. Dump the water. Are you actually filling up with what I want you to be? No. Because it's just trying to output bottom fluid only. Output all fluids. Darn it. Ow. I gotta get all that water out of there. There's gotta be a way to organize this. Is that all the water? No. The more water I take out of it, the more water just fills in. Alright, let's temporarily stop pumping water in there. There we go, that'll maybe fix my issue. Water. Now it's empty. It's still trying to get the water out. It's fine, I'll temporarily take this off. Slap it back on. Still water. There we go, now it's all just redstone acid. Grab you. Whoops. That's not what I wanted either. Wasting redstone acid. Which is probably why I can never actually get an even amount of this stuff. I'm just spilling it all over the floor. I'm probably just going to have to drain it completely. Alright. So what I'm doing, because I'm a genius, is I'm collecting the redstone acid, filling this bucket, or cauldron, and then manually pumping it into that tank. Yep, 1 bucket's worth. And until I figure out how to actually automate this thing, this is how I'm going to do it. I do gotta stop streaming, though. We'll be going to bed pretty soon here. Which means I probably will not have this automated by the next time I stream this. Due to popular demand, next stream will be Voices of the Void. I kind of want to start over, but it's a little bit too early to do that. I want to start out over before the update, which is coming who knows when. But it would probably be more fun to start over after the update, in case they change things about like world generation and whatnot. But it is what it is. Anyway, if you've been hanging out with me this entire time, whether you're chatting or lurking, I want you to know that you are appreciated. If you are watching this at some point in the future as a VOD, and you've somehow watched the entire thing, you have the patience of a saint. Give me house building ideas in the comments, because I've got nothing. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and fizzity farewell. Floof, not Floof. Vicar, any of your buddies streaming you don't want me to raid? Let's go ahead and turn off the Twitch.